Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. Nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Steelers take over at first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
It's complete to Darius Slayton. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Steelers have a first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. He rolls to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. How about 29 yards on first down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
To his back, J.K. Dobbins. It's a small gain up to the 38. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. They'll hook them there on the stop.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Dak off the play fake. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he gets this very close to that first. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Prescott to throw here, 3rd and 2. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it'll really break the backs of a defense.
Give him 5 on the play, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
First down, here's Dak. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. For the extra point, here's Smith. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. This is cut. That's Slayton. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Get it! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
Daniels now on first down. It's to Odunze again. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Come on.
Play fake here. Daniels. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. So 20 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now they've got to regroup for 2nd down.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there and extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals...
That wasn't even a touchdown. He wasn't even in.
...to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That looked like he was a yard short.
Up and good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Kill! 47!
Dak to the air here. Dump off caught by his back. It's a small gain up to the 38. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd down now. They need 7. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Motioning left is their running back. Prescott now on 3rd down. Chased out to his right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So a punt coming up on 4th down. And it's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors.
That's how I do it.
Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
This is how I do it.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 90 Lions, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Play action now. Daniels. He had it for a
Oh,
moment,
he
but
dropped
great
it.
defensive play
Oh,
to Josh
no.
Lewis, incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hold it ready.
Come on,
Second
Daniel.
and 10 now. Ball
You
still
got
at
to
that
read that pass
39-yard
off,
line.
bro.
Let's go now. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels.
Yep.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go.
Play action now with Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh no.
Mario Douglas, the intended target. So it's second down
Oh
coming up.
no. Oh no.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Flushed out of the pocket.
You didn't get it. I should have armed it.
Jalen Thompson makes the play. So it looks like it'll be second and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our team at one.
That's the first drive that I failed and threw a pick. First two drives I had the ball was perfect.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That goes for a gain of just 1. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
We're going to 54. Hey, kill.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Buys time, rolling right. Got a man. It's Drake London. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on third and short. We try to set the screen. Dobbins. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks earn the chance to tie it before halftime. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. Has a hole left, room to run. I don't think they're going to catch him. And our last play of the half is going to be a touchdown. He takes the kick back, no flags down. That's going to count. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. The give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. A more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
In the push.
Back now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give right side to Dobbins. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, here we go.
To the air on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A gain of 26 yards there. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Running it again with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Here's Dak. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
He's back to throw. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he won't make the marker. If they rally to him in time, that's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Rolling on 1st down, Daniels. Finds him on the crossing route. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Packers 50. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Fits it through the middle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now Daniels off the play action. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Steelers have a first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Pass is cut at the 9. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
18 more yards. And the Steelers.
Let's go now.
First down.
To the air again, Daniels. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. I should know this by now, Rock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's a 2-score game. Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. First down, here's Dak. Finds Kincaid. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now a toss play with Dobbins. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
This is caught. That's Slayton. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They strike for 23 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now an inside give to Benson. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
19 targets.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Come on. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Daniel Carlson on for this field goal try. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Carlson's kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And this route's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. Trying for the deep ball. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Escapes the pocket. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 40-yard line.
Daniels setting up the play action. Buying some time right. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson makes the play. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Getting the ball back. I didn't want to score again. I get bad that it already is.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Getting the ball back. We get a chance to score.
1st and 10. Prescott. Headed out
Come on.
right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Seahawks trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Prescott here from the gun. He rolls to his right. Throwing the out route complete. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They're going to pass it here. Buying some time left. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's going to wind up out of bounds a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, Brock. So they're going to be looking to make up some ground here on 2nd down.
Let's go now. Steady.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. goes with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Steelers make it a 24-point ball game.
Seahawks 14. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
Plain zone coverage in the NFL. We focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
Running right side by Kincaid. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Yeah, here we go. Like that.
Dak to the air here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Geno Stone picks it up. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Daniels on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop-in. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 44-yard line.
Reaction now with Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Seahawks have it as he records the 1st interception of his young career.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the ball. Run it.
Yeah.
One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.
Like yellow on leaves, ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me, blowing a coffee, to sleep.